Hi, kids. All right, we're going to talk about something sliding to a stop, and we're going to talk about the energy conversion and writing out your equation and all that other good stuff. So, let's say that we have this. You have an object, it's moving, and then it's going to slide to a stop. Well, why is it going to slide to a stop? I don't know, friction probably. And then it stops over here. Okay. If we say my system is the box only, okay, so I'm going from here to here. If we are ever not sure if there's an outside force acting on it, in between we're going to draw our FBD. So if we draw our FBD, you would have the normal force, you would have the force of gravity, you would have the force of friction. And then you have to ask yourself, was the normal force going to do work? No, it's not parallel. Is this going to do work? No, it's not parallel. Is this going to do work? Yeah, it is parallel. And then the second question is, well, is it going to do positive or negative work? Meaning, is it going to add energy or take energy away? Well, if you look, it's moving to the right. This force is to the left. It's going to take energy away. Okay? So if I was doing this, I would say, well, I start with kinetic. I end with nothing. And then I have this. But if you take a look, so if I was doing this with my boxes, hey, look, at part A, I'm starting with kinetic energy, and then going from A to B, friction is doing work, taking some of this energy away as it moves along, 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 and then when I get to there, I have no energy. So if that would be if my system is just the box. Well, if my system is, okay, if I change my system, so now I want to include, as part of my system, this outside force. Well, how do I include that? Well, friction comes about because of the surface rubbing on the box. So that means my system now has to be the box and the surface. Well, if I do that, okay, if it's the box only, then you only have kinetic. Well, now I have kinetic plus what type of energy do you get when the surface and the box rub on each other? You get heat. Okay? So if this is the case, then my new setup would look something like this. Okay? I start with kinetic energy. Okay? Now, going from here to here, there is a force that's changing the energy, but it's not removing it from the system. So it would be like, well, I have, as it moves along, so I'm moving along, as I moved along, hey, look, one of my boxes of kinetic got changed to heat. As it moves along, then another box gets changed to heat, and then as it moves along, another box gets changed to heat, and then as it moves along, another box gets changed to heat, and as it moves along, and you get the idea, until finally, when you finish, okay, at the end, all of the energy got converted to heat, okay? This is what happens if you slam on your brakes. Your brakes get hot. Okay, all that energy gets converted to heat. But you'll notice I started with 6 blocks and I ended with 6 blocks. So all that energy stayed in my system. All right. Hopefully that's good. Bye, kids.